So today's video is really special to me because it's about my art room or my studio. So I have been getting a lot of requests for a YouTube video, dedicated video of a tour of my art room, or you can call it a home studio. So in today's video, we are going to have a virtual tour of my art room come studio. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Hi, I'm Neha from Art and Stuff, a calligraphy and mandala artist. I am a content creator, an art educator, and a small business owner. I make videos on art, calligraphy, mandala, digital art, DIYs, and much more. So, if you're an artist or want to become one, consider subscribing to my channel and press the bell icon to get notified whenever I post a video. Since the 2020 lockdown, we all had to stay at home all the time, and since I didn't have my own room, I decided to convert a storeroom into my art room, or you can call it a home studio. I decided to do this back in November 2020 when I realized that my bedroom is not enough for all my art supplies and I needed a bigger space. And I'm grateful to my parents for giving me the storeroom and helped me in shifting all my stuff upstairs. I shifted to this room in January last year, and this room helps me a lot in working as an artist, content creator, small business owner. So without further ado, let's have a tour of my studio. So starting from the location of my room is located at the end of my house upstairs, and it has a window and a source of natural light as well, which is the best part about my studio. So starting the tour with this mural or mandala on my door. So basically, since this is my art room, so it needs to be something different and artistic. So I drew a mural on the door of my room. So this room is totally different from all the rooms in my house. So moving forward, let's enter into my art room cum studio. So starting from here, I have this cabinet which was mounted onto the wall in my bedroom, but since I keep on changing my furniture from time to time, the layout of my studio from time to time, so I just kept it on the floor, so it is easy to shift and easy to move whenever I want to. So above this on this cabinet we have my HP printer. So this is an inkjet printer, and I'll mention the descriptions, I'll mention the details in the description, or I'll just put a screenshot of this printer. This is an inkjet printer. So I basically use this printer just for regular printing, like the shipping labels or the packaging stuff. I don't use this printer for bulk printing, as this is inkjet printer and not a laser printer. Now with this printer I have this cute little basket that I called a tape organizer. So if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I love cleaning and organizing just like Monica from Friends, and hence I DIY'd a tape organizer so that all the tapes that I need or I don't need on regular basis are at one space, and I can just pick this basket up whenever I need any of the tapes. And then I have this photo frame of mine that my mom gifted me on my birthday during my school. So opening the cabinet, so in the first section I have these lot of cardboard boxes. So all of these boxes have different stuff in them. So I store all the cardboard boxes that we receive from Amazon, Flipkart, Nykaa and whatnot, and use them as storage boxes. So looking closely at all of this, we have these these are all the Diwali decorations that I love to I don't like to just throw them away, so I just keep them. And then we have this plastic box, a lock box, which I guess which has all the neon watercolor inks that I use for copper plate calligraphy. And then we have all these cardboard boxes which have all the miscellaneous stuff, like for example there is a book right here which I usually use for photography of my bookmarks. So if you want to purchase any bookmarks, you can visit my website. I'll just mention the link in the description. And all of these boxes have miscellaneous stuff like stickers or decoration material or MDF. Like this box has all the MDF material, like the keychains or the posters and stuff like that. So there's that. And moving forward to the second section, we have some miscellaneous stuff. Like for example, here we have this varnish. We have all the cans. So this basically is something that this is a tray that we had from our old refrigerator. So I use this tray for keeping all the cans. Like for example, this is the Brustro spray varnish, and all of these are spray paint. So I don't use spray paints on a regular basis, but sometimes I use it for painting on really big surfaces or stuff that don't hold acrylic paints using brush. And then we have this box which has some smaller stuff, like my embossing material. It has this heat gun and embossing pen and the embossing powder, and also the glue gun and the wax seal, spoon, etc. So this has some of the miscellaneous stuff that I use. And this is my favorite pencil pouch. I'll mention the link in the description for this one. So this is a huge pouch which has something around 70 or 90 slots, I don't remember. So this is best for storing all my jelly rolls at one place. And then we have this oil pastels. I don't use oil pastels at all, hence I've kept it in the cabinet because I don't want them to get spoiled. And then we have this box which has some bottles, like for example the resin and hardener bottle. And then we have this acrylic medium, we have gesso, and we have this Decor magic glue, and some miscellaneous. Then moving forward to the lower section, has literally all the stuff that I might use in future, but I'm not sure. Like for example, it basically has all the stuff that can be used for storage and organizing all my stuff. So basically these are the two baskets. I purchased a set of 6 baskets from Amazon, and it was a really good deal. So this comes handy when you want to either store your stuff or you want to display it over a stall or something like that. And then we have a lot of I'll just pull out and show you. We have like glass containers, like these Nescafe. Being an artist, I don't even throw out the cardboard boxes, so how can I just throw out all these beautiful glass containers? So we have these Nescafe or these Dabur honey bottles, and I also had some pickle bottles which are used here and there, so I had like 3 or 4 of them. And then we have some unused pen stands and stuff like that. This was a spectacle stand which I used as a keychain stand. And then we have some trays and other stuff like that. And this section also has similar stuff. I have all my this is a glass bottle. This was a cocktail bottle, so I have like 2 or 3 of them. And then we have such spray bottles, a few pouches. I used to store either pens in them or makeup or anything like that. And I do have a good collection of mugs, because I love mugs and use mugs as for storing my pens and fine liners and stuff. And this I have is I have this really big stapler that my dad used to use. It was used by my dad, and it's been a really long time that he doesn't use it anymore, so I just took it from him, because you never know, you just use it anyway. So this was all about the cabinet, and let's just move on. Now moving on, we have this sofa kind of thing that I used to keep miscellaneous stuff. Like for example, I have this this slab kind of thing, and I have all the big A3 size frames here, because I don't have space to just display them on the wall. And there is this Born on Instagram box which I actually use to store all my smaller frames, all the A4, A5 and even the smaller frames, and all the bigger frames are just like this. And every miscellaneous stuff, like some cardboard boxes or those bigger chart papers that I have been procrastinating for like 4 or 5 months to draw something really big on it. And there is a, this is a basket that I got from wedding. So this I use for keeping all the shooting stuff. So since the tripods and stands are pretty bigger, so I use this basket for keeping all my shooting, photo shoot and video related stuff. For example, the Instagram cushion, in case I use it in my flat lays. And then we have some white cloths, different cotton, and there is a white t-shirt, there is a white tablecloth, there is a white kurti for as the base for my photos and videos. And then I have 2 tripods, and then I have this extension cable, a gorilla pod and a gooseneck holder as well. So this basket basically is my photo and video shoot basket. So it is a really good way to like keep and store stuff, and whenever I go to the balcony for shooting, so I just carry this big basket and just take it away. So it is pretty handy. There is something beneath the sofa as well. So all the big cardboard boxes that I have collected from different Amazon, Flipkart and whatnot, so I just keep it beneath this sofa because it doesn't look good and it is not supposed to look clean when it's just kept there. So this is a very good space for keeping all of this stuff. Now moving on to this table. So basically if you have seen, so this is basically a table dedicated to computers. So if you have a PC, a desktop at home, so this is basically for that, because it has wire holes for wires here and there and stuff to keep the mouse, the keyboard, etc. Since we use laptop nowadays, so we don't, so this is used as a basic furniture. So this is basically just space for decoration. So I have some of my trophies that I won in my school and college as well. And then there is this mandala that I drew on a wedding card, and then just some random stuff that should be there. A picture of me and my mom, she gifted me on my birthday. So just random stuff we have. And then these are the 2 storage areas. So this area I use for all my business related stuff. Like for example, all of the smaller products are in here. Like for example, we have some printer related stuff in this box. So I use all the cardboard boxes and just cover them up with colorful sheets and use them as storage boxes. So I made this box for storing miscellaneous stuff like the printer inks or the wires or anything like that. And then this little pen stand for keeping all the bookmarks. So this is my collection of handmade bookmarks. If you are interested to buy these, you can just visit my website for the same. And then this just like this, I use this basket for keeping all the freebies and stuff like that. So this has my business cards, and this has all the things that I need to send with every order. Like for example, the freebies, a thank you note, my Art and Stuff logo, and then we have some stickers and free bookmarks. So this is the basically the stock area, or you can say the business area. And moving on to this section, so I just dedicated this section to paints only. I am obsessed with acrylic paint. So this box right here has all the acrylic paints that I have. I use flash acrylic paint, so it has the acrylic paints and the metallic acrylic paints, the super premium metallic paint. So this box is, I call it the big box of acrylic paint. So this has all of it. And then I also have gouache paints, Brusstroke gouache paints. So this is the usual one, and this is the metallic one. So this is the metallic one, and then we have this, the usual one. And this basically is my watercolor box. So this was just plastic box, I don't remember, I just got it from somewhere, and I use this box for all for storing all my handmade watercolor. So all of these are bought from different stores. So I just store all of these in there so that they are safe and sound. So this is the paints section. And then I also have this Camlin watercolor cakes. These are really good, and these also work on black. So this is not very expensive, and this is really good for everyday use. And then I have this basket for random stuff like the palette or some sponge or tissues, etc. So this was it. So moving on, I don't use this table for working. I just use it for storing my stuff that I need on a regular basis. So this is my favorite organizer. This is a fully wooden organizer. So I'll mention the link in the description and a screenshot as well. So this is a really good, but it's a little heavy, but this is a really good organizer for your desk because it has these two spaces, so you can keep all your sketch pads or the bigger pads, sheets, etc. on it. Then there is the glue, and there are some sections that I use. So this is some random paper and stuff. And then we have this basket. Sorry, I'll just show you. And then we have this basket which has all the inks that I use. Like for example, this is the Dinky Dip set, this is the Sumi ink and all the inks. And then there is ribbon organizer. I call it a ribbon organizer. So I just took one basket and kept all my ribbons over here. So it is it's never messy, and it's easy to use and easy to store and pull up things. And then in these three sections, we have miscellaneous stuff that I don't use on regular basis. It's either something that is extra. For example, this is the journal. This is the Vinci journal 2022, but this is from the month of June, so I kept it here. Then there is this another Dinky Dip set that I have, and then we have the stapler, the glass pen, and other stuff that I don't use on regular basis, but I might need sometime. And then at this side we have some miscellaneous stuff like a box and some pencils. And this is my aromatherapy lamp, so I kept it here. This is ceramic and it is really good, and I'll also mention the link in the description for this one. And then we have my sketchbook collection. So what I basically, as I told you earlier, I use cardboard boxes as organizers. So this is a really good way to store all the sketchbooks at one place. So whenever I feel confused or I want to carry all my sketchbooks together from one room to another, so I just take this box and it's enough. So this one has all my A4 size sketch pads and sketchbooks like this Brewster black one and whatnot. And then I have all of these square and the smaller ones, smaller sketchbooks right here, and it fits at this space right here. And then this little box is for all my handmade and handmade journal collection. I have been currently obsessed with handmade journals and sketchbooks. So this is all of it, and all of it, the papers are handmade, the sketchbook is handmade. So if you want to know about my sketchbook collection, you can watch the 2 videos on my YouTube channel. So I'll mention the link in the description and in the I button as well. Now moving on to the lower part of this table. So the lower part has also all my stock related stuff, my business related stuff. So that all of these are some material like the workbooks and the packaging material like the envelopes, the tamper proof packets, the extra A4 size sheets, and the supplies, kits and supplies. So all of this is like the packaging station. All of my packaging material is here, and I use cardboard boxes and I just label them like kits, supplies and banner, etc. And then these are some miscellaneous stuff like the old plastic spoons or the wooden spoons and sponges that I can definitely use for my any DIY projects. And then we have this this is like my kind of a nostalgia or memories section. I have this all of my old sketchbooks, really old sketchbooks and sketchbooks that are not used by me anymore, but I obviously cannot throw them out. So this is like all of my old stuff. Now moving on to this wall. So this wall was totally white, so I thought of kind of decorating it. So this is a DIY project that I did. So you don't need those expensive mesh the mesh wall hangings and stuff. So I just using these 4 nails, I just put a thread over here, and I used paper clips earlier, but my sister gifted me these lamps. So these lamps are really good. So this these clips has a lamp here, and it works with battery. So I have just removed the batteries because I don't light them anymore. So this is a really good, cool place to display or artworks, your favorite artworks and stuff like that. But always ensure that you have a layer of spray varnish or something to protect these artworks, because these are open in the air, and the dust particles and the air particles would settle on these artworks, and your artworks the color of your artworks would definitely fade away over time, which will kind of ruin them. So for that, you can either laminate all of these, so there is a plastic shield over there, or you can just apply a coat of spray varnish over them to just save them. Now comes the best part. My favorite part of this room is this area. This is my workstation. So this is the only room in my house which has this window and access to direct sunlight and direct light. So this is my favorite corner of the room, and this is my workstation, my work area. So let's have a look at this. Starting from all of these are some of the stuff that I love to have near me. Like for example, there is an artwork, there is this N. If you want to purchase these artworks, you can definitely visit my website for the same. And then there is this BOI recognized creator award from Instagram. So this is an achievement from me, and I like to see it every day when I work. And then I have some stuff that I made to motivate myself, like this believe in yourself, and I have this cute little Ganesh Murti and a toy and a bamboo plant. I actually love indoor plants, so having a plant in my desk helps me in boosting my creativity. It keeps my mood good. And then there is a mesh desk organizer. This is a smaller one. So this is a really good and handy organizer that can be used for your desk for storing all your smaller supplies. Like I have all my regular use pens in this section. Then I have some of the random pens and markers in here, and then I have all the pencils and some of the markers, and these little sections can be used to keep all the smaller stuff. Like I use this area for binder clips. Then I have all the erasers and sharpeners and leads and keychains, and it also has this cute little drawer kind of thing which comes out fully, so you can just keep all other stuff in here. So I have kept like a box of paper clips, my stapler, chalks and random stuff. So this is one of my favorite organizers, and this is my desk. And since I am shooting today, so it's not as clean as it could be, but yeah, this is all my stuff, and these are the stuff that I'm currently working on. It has some of the A3 size artworks and some bookmarks and etc. And then this table has a drawer and a storage cabinet as well. So this drawer has all the smaller stuff like earbuds or the keychains and smaller canvas and Fevikwik, my pop sockets. So this is a corner punch and the hole punch and extra, this basically is keeping for all the extra stuff like extra stock of sticky notes and etc. And then we have this. So this basically is my collection of sheets. So I use this cabinet for storing all my sheets at one place. So all of these are sheets only and nothing else. So what I do is, for sheets, I like to keep them vertically, so that whenever I need anything, any kind of sheet, I can just pull out a folder and just use them. So keeping a stack, keeping them horizontally is not at all, it's very chaotic, and it's not at all handy, because you have to remove the first few folders to get the lower part. So I believe this is a very handy and good idea. So all of these are my A3 size sheets. I have watercolor, I have white, ivory, I have black and craft sheets, and all of these are different folders. So I have basically categorized all of them into different different categories. So like for example, some of the folders, like this folder has all the different black sheets, so different GSM and different black sheets. Then I have a folder just for the ivory sheets. I have a folder for the acrylic sheets and the watercolor sheets, and then I have all the colored papers in here, all the different. So this is basically my sheets collection. Moving on to another favorite part of my art room. Favorite part of my art room is this trolley. So I have seen a lot of artists use IKEA trolley for, you know, storing all the stuff that they use on a regular basis, but I found out that the IKEA trolley is really expensive, means it was not worth the money. I believe in it, you can definitely go on for it. So I used a kitchen trolley instead. So this is a kitchen trolley that came for something around 900 or 1000 bucks, and this is a 4-floor kitchen trolley. So this is a really good ad. It has wheels, so I can just, you know, carry this, or you know, just when I'm working on this desk, I can just pull it near me and, you know, pick anything that I need. So all of the stuff that is here, I use it on a regular basis. Like for example, it has some of my books and some of the notebooks that I use, and then we have these brushes and all the cutting material, like the cutters, the scissors are in here. Then I have all the brush pens, and in the second section I have all the calligraphy brush pens, and I have some markers and, you know, pointed pen calligraphy behind that. Then I have all these alcohol markers, watercolor inks, all my fine liners in this particular section, and the dot mandala supplies. And this particular section has all my older brush pens. So these are my Camlin and Doms and Agile brush pens, and these, both of these have my Posca brush pens. So it is always suggested, advised to store Posca pens or any acrylic paint markers horizontally. Hence I use pouches to store them. And since I don't use the Camlin, Doms and Agile brush pens more often, so I have stored them in pouches so that they don't they are clean and they just don't catch dust. So this is it. And then we have this shelf area. So this is again the only you know, room in my house which has these inbuilt shelves. So these are not the shelves that were attached later. These are the inbuilt shelves made of marble. So I use these shelves for displaying some of my artworks, because of course it makes you look it looks nice, and it, you know, feels kind of proud to see such stuff being decorated all the time. So I have some of my favorites frames out here, and these are some of the canvases and the cassette. So if you are interested to purchase any of these, you can visit my website for the same. And then at this floor I also have, you know, some stuff for decoration. So this was all about my art room, and or you can call it my home studio. So this is one of the best things that happened to me last year, and it was really good. You know, I'm grateful to have a room of my own to just work on. So, you know, this room enhances my creativity, it enhances my focus and concentration power, and I don't just have to, you know, spend time in moving stuff here and there just because I don't have space. And the best part about this is the natural light or the sunlight. So even if I want to shoot videos in my room on my desk, I can definitely do that. So I usually, all the tutorials, overhead shots that I take on for my YouTube, I use this desk, because there is this source of natural light coming in over here. And if I want more amount of natural light, I just can go out in that area. So I can just, you know, sit there and open the doors and just, you know, shoot. So this is a really good space, because I can just see the natural light, and even if it rains, it's the best, because I can just smell the rain, I can just smell the, you know, beautiful, I can just feel the fresh air in it. So in summers it becomes a little difficult for me to just be here, work here, because we don't have an air conditioner or even a cooler upstairs. So, and it's really hot in Delhi upstairs. So for like 3-4 months around, from like May to I guess August, I just shift downstairs for working, but I love to shoot my YouTube videos from here. I love to work here. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you enjoyed the tour of my art room. So I would love to know what's your favorite part of my room, and if you have any other suggestions for room decor or organizing or any doubts regarding them, you can mention all of it in the comment section. So we'll see you next time with a new video. Bye.